I said it was going to be short, and that was true. There was only a minute or two, and now we're going to be straight into a pistol here. We're going to have the UCC team over on the T side, and then QUB are going to be starting on the CT. So it'll be interesting to see, now that they have, you know, weaponry that's not going to run them over, hopefully they can get something going here. They had a closer pistol on the side of Vertigo, but oh, Shaw.
Oh, no. You know,
My hope is shattered.
They're going for a site where you're playing mostly long range. Although, as I say that, Fnatic gets one and Shaw is being able to be taken out, so no ace for him, but 3 kills are still very strong. And you know, these USPs, they are long range, and B is actually empty. They could just fully run to B, but I see they're playing the mind game. And now Skiwox is already on B.
Oh no.
But this is just gonna peek mid and take out Tagatron. And now the bomb is dropped. They haven't seen it, but it doesn't matter. Skiwox just with another headshot coming in, you know. QEB seem like they're just, you know, it's like a shooting range for them right now.
It really is. I think even just those first 2 shots, like,
yeah, Shaw, it was first 2
that was
bullets as well.
that was just clean from Shaw. I cannot say anything else. It wasn't even, you know, like a terrible idea. You know, they're trying to completely swarm onto them. You know, try to utilize the fact you're on, like, I know it's long range, but you try to break distance with those Glocks, try to get something going, and it just completely fell apart the moment they entered the site. So Shaw, really good play, like really good just aim from them, really good mechanics, and now.
Yeah, I mean, how is it that easy for them to use a P2000 whenever I pick that up, the first shot lands somewhere close, but then the next few are just gone completely. And Troopy just spraying through the smoke. Goober is straight away out of this round without even seeing a single enemy.
Spammed out of there. Okay, they have a little bit of plan going in here, but Sundis should just be coming up against very little resistance. No armor, no chance, no luck, and Fnatic hits the head.
Fnatic gets the headshot. Second headshot not hit. He was still moving. The anti-strafe wasn't there, and that's it. Fnatic's the only one to be able to take a pick right now, and similar in the last round in that pistol. But once again, we see that economy from the side of QB flourish. You know, they're not overbuying anything, but we do see UCC buy up 3 AKs and 2 Galils. Now, there's one problem I see here. If QB win this round, they have 3 AKs in their hands. And yeah, you can, you know, UCC can fight against it with another few AKs and try to fight the headshots, but it's still a problem as I say that one of the AKs falls. One of the AKs fall. Skiwox with that FAMAS, I don't know how they do it to, you know, come up against this AK and just come out on top with that FAMAS.
I know, I have no idea really. They're gonna try to break their way a bit onto A here. But as that happens, they're gonna fall in the back, and Shaw should not be allowed to take fights in this position. Gets one taken out very quickly afterwards, but 3 versus 2, bomb plant on hand. They just need to be ready for any kind of play here. Need to watch for behind. Troopy gonna take that out. Not weary enough for the moment, and Bakuna gonna take out Kai. He's left on 1 HP, literally on the cusp of death. And I
don't know how QB are doing these. Are fighting these players with AKs, you know, Galil AK. It is better than a FAMAS. It's better than a P90. Sorry, MP9, and you're just, you know, completely losing these fights, even though a lot of them are long range and a lot of them should be going your way. I feel like after, you know, UCC have come out from that previous map, I feel like they're just broken and the mentality isn't there, you know. They're set on the fact that they might be set on the fact that, you know, QB won't give them any space, or that they're just, you know, stronger in a mechanical sense.
Yeah, for sure. I think that they're really understanding the fact that they are the stronger team right now, at the very least in form. You know, you can talk about the players, you can talk about anything like that, but in the current form, looking at every single player on the team, they are all performing so well in terms of their shots, in terms of their fights, in terms of how they're able to just beat out anyone on the server against them. So just having the confidence to utilize that and play into this more aggressive form seems to be working out. Going straight in through A main. or through B main, taking the fights the moment you possibly can, pushing through mid, going for all these kind of plays have been just working out so well for them. And just in this tech timeout, it gives them it's not the tactical one, but it gives you the UCC guys a break as well, which is nice. Nonetheless, they have to fix up, a tiny bit of the internet issues, but it still is an opportunity to calm down and try not to let a 13-0 and now a 3-0 deficit get too much in the way, because we've seen these players. We've seen because we've seen Kai, we've seen Fnatic. We've seen that they can perform. We've seen that they have some strong elements. They don't have M4, like you said, a very good player, but they themselves also were putting a huge work into getting their team rounds, into getting them any kind of progress. So
yeah, 100%, and I think they are good enough competitors against QUB that I would say they are they're able to get a few rounds here, and if they play their cards right, they see that QUB are constantly pushing them. If they just set up, double up on one spot, for example, mid. Bakuna, rushed through mid last time, taking out Fnatic while his back was turned. The timing was just not on their side at all. And they know they don't put a lot of players onto that A side, and they are utilizing it right now. Cameras taking out Kai, not being able to convert a kill with that Mag 10. But they're just falling one by one. Shaw, Droopy taken out, but Fnatic is there with an AK. Takes out one, takes out another. And now he's left in a 1 versus 3. He has to watch his back because there are 2 players there, and he's just going to try and plant the bomb, but he's not expecting this player from behind. It doesn't matter. Bakuna will just take the fight on 5 HP and take him out.
Oh, just completely. Every single round, every gunfight, it feels so just. Even gunfights feel like they're lopsided, and that's when it's the big issue right now. Obviously they didn't have the util, so maybe just going for that 5-man push, it could have been backed up by a bit more. But it's these struggles in terms of the fights. It's the struggles in terms of getting anything here. Shaw has just been an absolute anchor on the A side, doing that job superbly, making sure that their team always gets something out of the B take or out of the A take without much loss. This time around though, UCC focus their way towards B. They're going to take a kill. Kais needs to try to stay alive here. The nade chunks him down. The fire's not going to finish him off. So they keep a man advantage for longer than a few seconds.
There's 2 players, Kai on 1 HP, Togatron on 2 HP. So, in the HP sense, they're not doing great, but Togatron will still take out Droopy. And now it's a 4 versus 3. There are 2 players very, very low on the side of UCC, so it will be IBG that will have to do something. And as I say, that Shaw headshots Kai, which wasn't necessary, and Bakuna just spraying with that AK, headshots 2 players, and then just takes out Togatron.
Yeah, that round that was a round where they got some advantages here, but they didn't have the util to follow up. I think was one of the big problems there. They maybe should have had a little bit more, pep in their step. They should have gone for a bit more of a push themselves overall. But without the util, it's so hard to push through, and especially when you're in this kind of position, I feel like you have that mental block where you're so scared to take fights that you just almost never do. Obviously, the sprays, the spam was working out for them.
Yeah. But you don't have that molly to push out that player playing in tucking in that position to kind of push him out to be able to take a fight against him, because they're just peeking you and that's it. You just get headshot, you get tapped or something, you get sprayed down, and it doesn't matter right there because there is no util to support it. And now this op in the hands of Sundays, as I say that, he just gets taken out and not being able to take out a shot. And now UCC have the upper hand. 4 versus 2, side completely taken. Kai is watching for that flank, and he will signal to his teammates that there is nobody coming around that flank as of yet.
No,
that player in mid.
But the flank is not what they have to be weary of us now.
How has this happened? It's just Togatron left, and how is this possible? There's one player against 3 and he gets taken out, and the
spam.
stick
No.
will come in, and it doesn't matter. They take out all the players, but it doesn't matter. The bomb has been defused. How has this happened? 1 against 3 on that bomb site, and they just get taken out. I don't know, solo fights, just taking too many solo fights. They should be, peeking together. They should fight them where they can all see him at the same time and spray him down. That's how they took out, that's how they took sight. They take out Sundis with that op in hand. 3 of them peek together. Sundis doesn't know which one to shoot at first. He gets taken out. They are able to take out the second player on B site. They take the site, they plant the bomb, and all they have to do is sit in positions waiting for that bomb to start, getting defused. But instead of that, they just peek in and just get, just set up a shooting range for the side of QUB.
I for the last 10 seconds I've just had my head in my hands for UCC there. That was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
To see. They had such a good push up. They had conviction in terms of their take. They were hitting some shots, dealing great damage. It just was not it. Their post plant Bakuna just absolutely decimated them, and they could not get the spam in the end. Dogatron was just sitting back spamming and was not able to get in the end. The push through meant they got the double kill right at the end, but the bomb was defused. The round was over. There was nothing left, and this time they're just trapped. They're getting pushed in. They're getting absolutely pincered. And they're going to try to do even more. Sundis gets a dink at half damage.
Yeah, and now it's a the tables have turned, and it's a 4 versus 2, but it doesn't matter. Bakuna, fully blind, takes out Fnatic, but IBGH is there to take him out and avenge his teammate, but it doesn't matter because this player, Shaw, is just behind him. He misses the first shots, and there's almost time for IBGH to take out that Galil and headshot him, but he just misses those shots.
7-0. I'm feeling some deja vu here, but it almost feels worse here because it feels like they're closer. It feels like some of these rounds I'm feeling like they have a chance, which is making it hurt so much more. On Vertigo, it never felt like they were in the round, except for fleeting moments. Here, I've seen some good moments. I've seen them win some fights, and I've seen it absolutely fizzle out in the saddest moments, especially now. Sundis just gets a double.
Yeah, they know he was pushing last round. They don't check it this time. And, even looking at the economy of that CT side, they've taken down the economy so well that they're not at max money anymore. They're at 2 to around, 5,000, 6,000. So that's good for them. But now they're just pushing through, double peaking this, and IBGH is able to take out 1, but it doesn't matter. That Mac 10 is not going to be able to do anything in the hands of Fnatic.
No, not at all right now. When looking at this matchup, I was like, this looks like this should be, a nice game. I would have, I think I would have favored QUB for sure. Like, they're such a strong lineup. This is not what I imagined in my mind at all. It feels like UCC have not even had the chance to show up, and they're already at the end of their noose. And
it's
right now it feels like it's not changing. That's the biggest problem here. Kai able to peek out here. He was jiggling.
Misses the second shot, and he takes him out. Almost taking out the second shot, but it doesn't matter. Shaw and Skiwalk's pushing in, and Shaw just... How have you done this? You're spraying, and I blinked, and all 4 players were dead.
They cannot deal with these multi aggressive rounds. I think it's that's what's catching them is when they're going aggressive, you can try to watch for it, but even when they do watch for it, even if when they're ready, they're still losing the fights. They're still getting swung, headshotted, and sprayed down, and it's going so well for QUB, and it has no signs of stopping here. Especially first shot taken over towards mid. Shaw just in A main, and now everything else falls apart alongside it.
And
One left Fnatic.
Yeah,
And it
and
feels
he's
like
just
so
in
many
this
rounds.
corner. He's able to get the dink in onto Sundis, but 8 HP, Galil not enough to take him out. And it feels like, QUB have full control of the whole map, not even just the side that they're supposed to defend, but it feels like they've scared UCC so much that UCC are just completely pushed back, and QUB, they feel confident enough to be able to do these pushes and buy up a P90, what looks like on on ski walks, and he feels like he can do something with this, and maybe he is. He's spraying them down. He gets one, but Togatron and Kai are able to, take out these two players in B main. They know now that these players will have rotated, but Bakuna is there with an op, and IGBH is not able to shoot him down. But the bomb will go down. And now they're just gonna try to use their util, use the util to their advantage, and Kai
is just sitting there, and he's gonna no,
not like this.
no, please,
like
please,
this.
no,
not like this.
no.
Kai sprays, but just in the wrong spot. He's too far left spraying that smoke, and he just, instead of spraying around it, he just focuses on the one position. But Sunday's just coming in for a ninja defuse. Like, how are you allowing this?
They're playing with their food. They're playing with UCC, and it hurts to watch.
It does.
I'm feeling some like physical responses to how this is going for UCC. I'm feeling like I'm watching the villain win. I'm not saying QUB are the villain, but like, it feels like they're fighting someone who's not fighting back right now.
Yeah, no, it feels like they're just fighting. UCC are fighting their demons right now. They just appear from nowhere, and there's nothing you can do about it. And
Really,
they're not even. They know they're gonna come from behind. Fnatic, top fragger on UCC right now. He knows there's gonna be one player, and Togatron is able to get one, but Droopy takes out Fnatic. The flank watch, and it doesn't matter. IBGA just not hitting a single shot, and now Droopy has the complete behind. But are they not in a call communicating? Because they knew there was going to be a player close behind. They knew there's going to be one player watching this, and spray and pray coming out. But QUB are still able to take out Shaw. 20 HP against 2 ops. There's not much you can do here, and having a flash in your hands, but he gets that kill, and
the
now
second, though.
you don't see the arm. It's over. You're gonna get knifed. Oh no, you
Okay.
won't. You're just gonna get
Kuhn-
shot in the head.
Kuhn is not gonna go for the knife. They're not gonna go for that.
Disrespect.
Oh, 12-0. Once again, I'm seeing double over here, and I feel like there's just, from the moment this began, from the pistol to the second to the third of the first map, the UCC's has been just not allowed to gain either physical economy or any kind of mental. I feel like
Yeah, any control, anything like
they've
that.
been going down a landslide, and it has not stopped at all. It has just been a complete onslaught, a complete rampage, and there's nothing that they've been able to do.
Yeah, and I think as long as they can hold long-range fights here, but QB won't allow for that. They've already rushed into water. That info will come in. They gambled an A play, but it's B, and now peeking out, Togatron gets one, but Shaw, Skiwalk, sorry, is there to just take him out, avenge his teammate, and it's a 3 versus 4. And as I say, that 4 versus 1, they're gonna try to go for a knife once again. Fnatic up for a round where he's left in the pistol again at a 12-0 finish in the first half for QUB, and he's put into that position again, but they're not even able to get
here.
one.
I can. This
no.
is. I don't know what to say. I think headphones off, head in hands.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you right now.
Yeah, no,
It felt like watching a car crash in slow motion.
Yeah, and it was it was not one we wanted to watch, UCC just not able to hold their ground really. They get close rounds, a few close rounds. That if they won, they probably would have gotten back that momentum that they were missing. You know, they needed confidence in their plays. They needed that because, you know, even Kai peeking out into water, he gets the first kill, but then it felt like he second guessed himself. He peeks again and he just misses the shot. That was, you know, not a flick shot, not an insane shot to hit, but just a simple, you know, just a simple straight op shot that in the case of being stressed that, you know, you're going to lose this 30-0 again, I feel like was very daunting and very, you know, heavy on the side of UCC.